I'm okay today. I feel like
Yeah.
every day is a bit up and down. I feel like every day is a bit like, how am I going to feel today? It's a very interesting time for all of us to be experiencing the same thing because I think it is, like you said, you're starting everything by checking in with whoever you're speaking with because
Right.
it's a very human time, right? Like we're
Yeah.
all we're all struggling, we're all dealing with this differently. So I think it's
Yeah.
definitely, if there is an upside, it's definitely making us more human.
Yeah, absolutely. Well said. But today is a good day. So far, so good.
So far,
Feeling
so yeah,
okay?
so far so great. Yeah.
Well, I would say so great because there's a lot to celebrate right now. You've got the new single, Remember Me. Hearts if you guys have heard it, hearts if you love it. I would do a heart right now, but I don't want to risk accidentally losing you for having another technical difficulty. So talk to me a little bit about the single. What inspired it? I love the vibe. It's very sexy.
Thank you. Yeah, I definitely wanted it to be sexy. I wanted it to feel very vibey, really dark.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, most of my songs, I'll be honest, are just like moods I'm in that day or
Yeah.
something like a kind of a vibe I want to convey. I
Mhm.
think I'd be lying if I was like every song I sit down and I write has a deep meaning. You know what I mean? Like it's not doesn't always have a deep meaning, but
Right.
it is always authentic. So there is always a meaning. But yeah, I think it's about young love. It's about young lust. It's about young like that kind of like adventurous, time in your life where like all there is love, eat, sleep, adventure.
Yeah.
And I definitely have been there and come in and out of being there, and it's like the prime of young love. It's
Yeah.
like that kind of like volatile, crazy, up and down, yeah, adventurous love.
Right, right. And we've all been there. So it's a nice, fun, sexy reminder of that time. You recently performed the song for the World Health Organization's Together at Home concert series. What was that like for you? I mean, obviously, we're all finding new ways to engage, to entertain, to inform. Having that had to be pretty special, knowing that it was going towards a really important cause, too, right?
Yeah, I definitely feel like if you have a platform, or if you are like me and you like stumble upon having a platform,
Yeah.
I think that you have a responsibility to align yourself with the things that are important, to the masses, but also
Mhm.
to you. And I just definitely think it's irresponsible not to use your platform to communicate things that deeply matter to you and the people around you.
Absolutely. And you and Thomas are always so supportive of each other. We love your love. I'm curious to know, what was his first reaction when he heard the song? When he first heard Remember Me, what was his energy?
He actually heard it ages ago because the
Oh,
song I recorded the song like a little over a year and a half ago.
okay.
But he loves it. It's one of his favorites. And earlier today, when I found out that it was charting on the top 100 in iTunes, which I'm like so stoked about because I don't know if I've ever had that as a solo artist. We're also top 10 in iTunes Pop, I think. So
Congratulations. And the heart's
thank you.
rolling.
Yeah, I'm so
That's
excited.
amazing.
Thank
Congrats.
you. But earlier today, when we found that out, he had me play it a bunch of times, and I went and I bought it on iTunes myself, and he videotaped me like dancing around the apartment,
So cute.
like a total
So
loser.
cute.
But he's so supportive. He's so supportive of my music, and it's so special. It's something that he doesn't really do himself,
Yeah.
because we're both actors, but he's just so supportive of the whole thing, and very much like shows up for me when it like on a day like today.
I love it. And you mentioned the fact, obviously, both acting also. When it comes to the music versus the acting, is there one that you're hoping to do more of in the near future? Is it an equal thing? Like, where are we right now? What
Well, in the
creative
near
space?
future, I don't imagine I can be finishing my movies from home.
Very true.
So in the immediate future, I think there's going to be, not that acting is like, it's not that acting gets in the way of music, or vice versa. It's more so that when I just feel like, you can only do so many things at once. And so definitely like films can't really be moved. So when I'm working on a movie, it does kind of take precedent because I can do music on my own time.
Mhm.
And so I think that in this time, I have so much music already banked, which is
Yeah.
really lucky because I don't see how recording right now would be safe. So yeah, we've got a lot of like music coming, and we
Amazing.
already have our next single planned out.
Ooh, can you give us a hint? What's the vibe on that one? Is it
Uh,
similar to Remember Me or like totally
no,
different?
it's like a dead opposite to Remember Me. It's also one of my favorite ones. But I really think that it's more of like a feel good song, if that makes
Okay.
sense, but it's still sexy. They all have to be sexy. if
Yeah,
I'm there.
everything's very sexy.
Everything's very sexy and we're here for it. No, yeah, but it's I'm very excited because I just record them and then my label comes to me and they said this is what we're thinking of doing with it. So I'm really excited that we're like already thinking that far ahead.
I love that you say it's a feel good song because I feel like that's what we need more of right now, especially anything that lifts the vibes and the energy. So can't wait for that. The hearts are rolling in. Clearly your fans are so supportive. They love everything that you do. What does it mean to you? If you could say anything to the fans right now who are tuned in, what does it mean to have that sort of loyal support?
It's unbelievable. I feel like some days I don't really like believe it. Do you know what I mean? Like I feel like some days
It's real, though.
yeah, it's so bizarre sometimes. Well, because I'm kind of a loner, like in real life. Like I have my friends who I've had forever, and my boyfriend is also like my best friend, and I have my family and my cats. But I'm not like I'm selectively social, you know. I can like be social, and I really like talking to people, and I love human beings. But I'm not like I wouldn't say that I'm like daily social. Like I don't like go out of my way to go be social. I'm kind of like quiet.
Yeah.
And I mostly like keep to myself. And so some days it's really hard to imagine that there are so many people around the world who even know who I am, let alone like care about what I do. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's anything that you ever really get used to. It's really like kind of touching. Feel very lucky.
Awesome. And Dream World, what musical collaboration have you yet to do, but in a perfect world, if you could team up with anybody, who would it be?
Diplo. I
Diplo.
really want to work with Diplo. He has been one of my favorite producers / artists for like years, like since I was like 18 years old, 17, you know, like.
Okay.
So yeah, I would absolutely love to work with Diplo. Who else do I love? I mean, I'm absolutely loving everything that Doja Cat is doing right now. I think she's
so
really talented.
Yes.
Stupid talented.
That might be the collab we need during quarantine, Dove. You and Doja Cat?
You can call Doja Cat. You can call Doja Cat and Diplo, and I'll be like, I'm here.
We'll connect it. We'll make it happen.
But yeah, also, you know, just like loads of, I mean, I have so many people I would love to collaborate, but there's also a lot of people who I'd love to write with. Like I would love to write with this artist called Upsahl, Upsahl. I would love to write with Julia Michaels and Justin Tranter again. Like there's loads of people. I just love artists. Like I'm a mega fan of artists and music. So yeah.
Those collaborations are dope. And before we let you go, there's this fun little game we've been playing with everyone where we come up with a quarantine nickname, okay? So basically, it's your mood right now and the last thing you ate. So a few days ago, I was energetic chicken thighs. So my nickname was energetic chicken thighs.
I mean, I've never heard anything that describes me more than energetic chicken thighs. I feel like I am... I mean, I don't know, my mood right now. It's such a special day.
It's a huge day.
Yeah,
don't even think too hard about it. How are you feeling right now? Your single's out. It's climbing the charts. Your fans are obsessed.
Fucking stoked. I'm feeling like so stoked. Yeah, I'm feeling fucking stoked. And the last thing I ate was a Kind bar.
You are a fucking stoked Kind bar, Dove.
I am. Have you ever heard anything more
Nothing
authentic?
better. No, never heard a single thing better than that. But I will take it. And clearly the fans love it too. We're so excited about the new single. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us. Anything you want to say to everyone before you sign off?
Yeah, just everybody. I mean, first and foremost, wash your hands, stay inside. We need to practice like empathy and discipline and use everything that we can to think of others first and stay inside and take care of ourselves and do what we can also to help those who have already been affected. And then after that, take care of yourself, take care of your mental health, take care of, you know, stay in touch with how you feel, check in with the people that you love. And then after those first two things, stream and buy, remember me.
That part. So well said. Congratulations on the new single, Dove, and stay safe.
Thank you so much. Love you guys. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. Bye, Dove.
Bye.